everyone. I am the Grand Geek Geezer, talking smack about comics and comic-related stuff since 1973. So as you see, that makes me a geezer. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about some current action that's going on with Absolute Batman. And I want to let me explain. For those of you who don't know, I might have other geezers who are watching who are not as familiar with Absolute Batman. What is Absolute Batman? I will explain this. This is Absolute Batman. He is a different take on the traditional Batman that you know. He's still Bruce Wayne, but he has no money, so there's no mansion. Alfred is some sort of covert spy that barely likes him. So they don't really have a real relationship. Most of the supervillains are friends of his. The Joker's a billionaire. It's different, as you can tell. Fans are liking it. And this works for DC because you get your traditional Batman, and then you get a new take on Batman, and yet people are still buying Batman, and they're talking about Batman. This Batman is a little different, though. You notice that big, in another shot, you know that big bat emblem on his chest? Well, it turns out it's an axe. Yeah. It's the top of an axe. He puts the handle there, clicks it on, boom, comes out, starts kicking ass on the bad guys with this. So that brings me to, and stay with me here, New York Comic Con last week, just happened. Always an amazing event. Unfortunately, I was not able to attend, but it's always a super duper big deal, and people had a lot of fun. And in particular, I want to talk about an artist who drew a commission. Commission is when you go up to an artist and you request a picture, a sketch of a character, and you could pretty much ask them to do anything. If so, I mean, it's up to them. They don't have to draw it, but if they will, you go up and say, "Hey, I want Catwoman with super big boobs." There you go. You get Catwoman with super big boobs. But in particular, I want to talk about, make sure I get his name right, Daniel Warren Johnson. Okay. He is an artist on this upcoming annual issue of Batman, Absolute Batman, rather. And in this issue, Batman is purported to battle against white supremacists. So you see already, you see where I'm going. Anyway, I'm not sure if this is a variant cover or a panel or whatever, but there goes Batman giving a special hug to a white supremacist or racist or whatever, giving a special hug. So someone, I don't know who, requested a little twist on that sketch. And Mr. Johnson went ahead and drew it. And he even posted it on his Instagram and X. And here you go. You have Absolute Batman giving a special hug to an ICE agent. Lots of controversy with this one. If I look here, my numbers, this got about 11 million views. That is tremendous. And, it's a whole culture thing, so there's a lot of chatter that went on with that. I'm not going to get into that part, but now follow me with this. Another comic book creator, a veteran comic creator by the name of Chuck Dixon, he had a commission and he posted up this picture. There's Absolute Batman. Now, he's not giving a special hug to these two guys, but you could tell he did throttle them. And one of the guys has on his shirt Antifa. And he has, Absolute Batman has ice on his chest there where his bat emblem is. And I also noticed those, what are those, heels on the Antifa guy? All right, you draw your conclusion from that. Anyway, Mr. Dixon is, as you can tell, more of a right kind of guy. And I see this and I go, crap, here we go. The real world is leaking into comics. It's not supposed to be that way, and of course, we know that's not true. We know the real world creeps in all the time, right? And this whole anti-fascism thing, and by the way, Antifa, look, I don't know. Government is a terrorist organization. It's a question whether it's a movement. I'm not here to talk about that as much as the idea of it, as it means a positive thing to some people and a negative thing to some other people. I guess your first Antifa agent was this man. Now, this was a big deal, by the way. Never before had a world leader or any real person ever been in a comic. There was always some sort of representation of, but there it was. And that just goes to my point of, I don't really understand how comic fans or creators, I don't really understand how they could lean more left, and particularly in this ICE agent thing. ICE is huge, funded tremendously, and ever since the beginning, it's always the hero standing up for the little guy or fighting up against the big guy. I mean, literally from the very beginning, everything comes back to this. Action Comics #1. Look, I know it's a long time ago, but stuff still applies, and everything has happened since goes back to this. You see that guy there holding his head, running away while Superman smashes the car? Okay, what happens in this story, in the first ever Superman story? This guy hits on Lois Lane. Lois Lane rejects his advances. So, being really upset, he gets his friends together and they kidnap Lois Lane. Okay, Superman comes to the rescue, saves Lois Lane, smashes the dude's car for being a dick. Okay, so here we go again, where you have just someone stronger picking on someone weaker. It's just saying this is just how how it appears. It was like that with Superman early on. I mean, there were no supervillains; they hadn't been invented yet. So in his first year, he's really taking on regular guys. He took on a corrupt senator and lobbyist who were trying to pass a bill to trick the United States into going into a war in which they would profit from. So he would stop that. There is what else? There's a prison warden who tortures his the inmates, the prisoners, illegally, cruel methods. Superman takes them and he subjects them to the same torture so that he would learn not to do that. Here we go, right? Got a bunch of millionaires who are, making money hand over fist, and they'll mine I guess the coal mines, right? It was big then, but they're making most of their money profiting off of penny pitching on not avoiding safety violation. They have safety violations, but they don't put safety protocols in to save money, and so Superman kidnaps all of them, makes them work in the mine under those dangerous conditions. In fact, even causes like a little cave-in. In the real world, we have ICE attacking an apartment complex in the middle of the night. Kids being separated from their parents again, innocent people being arrested again. Oof. It's just really bad PR. In the real world, we have a mom in the car lane waiting to pick up a child after school, surrounded by 4 ICE agents. She's pulled out, arrested, and then released later on, but she's handcuffed and everything. And it's like, guys, this is just really, really, really bad PR. I really don't understand how you can follow comics and feel this way, but that's okay. I respect the right to feel this way. In fact, I respect artistic expression and creation, and I think maybe you should just do some stories or some representation or allegory of the way you see things. If you see these ICE agents as heroes of America, I'd love to see like some kind of spin on it. I mean, you guys are creative. I would absolutely love to see it. I defend your right to create it. Now, whether I support it or not, that's also my right. I don't know if I would pay for it, but if you put it out there for free, I would definitely read it. I think that's the best way to go, guys, because DC, Marvel, they want to have mass appeal to everyone, so they're not really going to lean too much, although it's a little easier for them to lean left than it is right. At least that's the way it seems to me. Guys, this is just all my opinion, but I think creative expression is very important. It's paramount, and I really would love to see stuff like that. So, Mr. Dixon, if you get your creative juices going, I know you can. I have lots of comics you wrote in my collection. I love Robin that you did and Punisher. So if you want to go ahead and create something like that, it's awesome. And if you want to come on, you can talk about it. That's great. I'm not going to ambush. Just going to talk about how how you stand on it. And same thing for Mr. Daniel Warren Johnson. If you'd like to come in and talk about maybe why you posted it and maybe some interesting comments, then I'd be more than happy to discuss it with you. In the meantime, I am the Grand Geek Geezer. Please like and subscribe. I am part of the Geezer Network. We have a New York baseball chat and we have a New York Jet chat. And like and subscribe. And I guess I will talk to you guys later. Nanu, nanu.